Hi everybody, it's Lauren Brown, also known as Raggedyroyal on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and now YouTube. And today we're going to be doing a Smokey Eye tutorial. Very excited for this. So I've asked for this for a really long time, but I wasn't happy with the quality of the video. So we redid it today and I'm really excited. Let's get right into the tutorial. Alright, so I did my brows, nothing spectacular there, and primed my eyes with the ABH eye primer. With a smoky eye, you can kind of get away with a primer that's not white. You can get away with like a concealer color primer. You know how I always say white primer for bright colors. Doesn't really matter in this look, but I like to keep it across the board, so I'm just going to use the same primer that I usually use. And we're going to go into the Jaclyn Hill 1 palette, right? My Jaclyn Hill palette is beat up because I use it. Thanks. So what we're going to do is we're going to first go into this shade here called Silk Cream. And like always, if you don't have this exact palette, that's absolutely fine. Just use comparable colors. So if I say a light tan and you have a light tan in another palette, it's fine. But today I'm just going to be using the Jaclyn Hill palette. And I think I'm going to try to get all the shades from one palette. Let's see how this goes. I'm going to be taking this BH Cosmetics blending brush. Y'all know that this is my favorite blending brush. It doesn't have a name. I think I've had it since middle school. And I'm trying to find something comparable for it so I can, tell y'all about it. The most comparable thing I have is this ColourPop. Just kidding. This is an ABH brush. But you'll never be the original. First, we're going to go into Silk Cream. This shade here. So this light tan shade. And you can blend from the black up, from the darkest shade to the lightest shade, or the lightest shade to the darkest shade. Today I'm going to do the lightest shade to the darkest shade. It's a preference thing, and I do it both ways, but I'm going to go light to dark. So I'm going to take it, I'm going to blend into the crease. Actually, first what I'm going to do is take a flat brush, and where my primer is creased because I was talking, I'm going to just do that. Alright, boom. So I'm going to take that Silk Cream, I'm going to go into my crease, and I'm going to go all the way over. So I'm not just going to be on the outer corner, I'm going to go to the inner corner as well and really get that even. I'm not going to add too much because I kind of want this top part to be light, but I am going to keep adding and blending until it looks not as choppy. But don't worry about adding all the tan at the top and for depth of color. We're going to use a lot of shades of brown. Yeah. Honestly, the most important part of the smoky eye, I'm going to go on this side now. The most important part of the smoky eye is actually the browns. The blacks is like, you'll see. You'll see. People think it's all about the black shade. No. That is the least tedious part. And I'm going to just blend on this eye as well. And I'm going to go a little bit down to the bottom just so that when I do my base makeup, it's a very soft blend on the bottom. It doesn't just end all harsh. Even though that's what I like on some eyeshadow looks, that's not what I'm going for today. Also, since I'm talking about, the base and all of that, I like to do my black smoky eyes before I do my face. I like to do all eyeshadow looks before I do my face, and I talk about it in pretty much every video. But especially for black smoky eyes because fallout is a thing. And when you do this eyeshadow look, you're going to be dealing with dark colors. You don't want black and dark brown all on your under eye. When you have makeup on, then you have to restart into the base again. Just do the eyes first, then the face. Save so much time. So yeah. Alright, next we're going to switch brushes. My brushes are not clean, so I gotta clean them in between. I'm just being real, alright? We're gonna take this Morphe M441, which is a blending brush like this. You can see it's more tapered than the beginning brush. And that is something that you will see as you go down into the crease. As I go down into the crease, I'll just show you some of the brushes I have picked out. It will get denser. So this is wider, it will get thinner, it will get more dense, the brush hairs, as you go down to the crease. Just a little fun fact. Alright, so I'm going to take my M441, and next we are going to go into buns. We're going to go into buns, and we're going to go right into that crease underneath where we did the tan. Now this shade is a little bit of a red tone, so there are tones, just like tones to foundation, undertones, there are tones to brown shadows. I'm going to add a little bit on this side as well. And I personally like more cool tone shades for smoky eyes, and this is kind of red tone, as you can see, it's very, very warm. But the more and more we add shades, the less and less that will matter. So I'm not going to, freak out about that. All right, so now what we're going to do is, let me see, pose. This ain't orange, this is peach. Okay, I'm going to go back into that tan from before, and I'm going to take a little bit of this pukey too. And what we're going to do is we're going to blend out that buns that we just added into the crease. So what we're going to do is, here we go, we're just blending. Blending on both eyes. Shout out to the glitter on top of my head. Something that's very important for this tutorial, and I talked about it a lot in my eyeliner tutorial that I just posted. Keep making sure you keep your hands clean, because once you start using these dark shadows, you'll see. All right, so now we are going to switch brushes. I'm going to use this ColourPop E23. Looks like this, a little bit more tapered, as I said before. And I'm going to go into this shade here called Chip. This shade right here. This palette is mostly so beat up because I use it for my faux freckles as well. So that just creates a lot of fallout. I'm going to take this and we're going to go into the crease, same place we went in the last shade. And we're going to blend all the way across the eye. I'm just going to actually more place this shade, and I'm going to blend out with the M441. These brushes are a little hard to get the circle motions, as you can tell. Alright, so you see, it's not really blended, it's just more placed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into that medium brown that we use, buns, and I'm going to use that to blend this shade out, alright? So how do you blend the shade out? You're going to kind of blend right on top of it with your circular motions, your windshield wiper motion across the entire eye, until satisfied. Just like all the eyeshadow looks that I do, you're gonna need to, keep blending, keep adding colors, keep reinforcing colors. That's how eyeshadow works. You don't just place the color once and then say, okay, well, I'm done with that. No, it's a blend. You have to keep going in and adjusting, adding a little bit of light to the dark, a little bit of dark to the light, Okay, now I'm going to go back in with that dark brown, just a little bit. All right. Okay, so now we are going to go in with this brush that's a little bit bigger. I know we said that we're going to go smaller in the crease, but I just actually would like to use M441. It's the same brush as this. It just has a darker color on it. And I'm going to go into this cool, I'm going to go into these browns right here, right? So this one is dark, and this one is kind of the same shade in terms of darkness as this, but it's just cool tone. I'm going to go into these. And here is where we're about to get severe. So when you add dark colors, that's adding depth to the eye, right? So contrast, words like that. But it's adding depth to the eye, and that's what's making a way for this smoky look, right? The black is going to be the last thing that we add. So I'm just going to add this darker color right underneath where I added the last one, and you're going to see how this eye goes from a warm tone brown that we have going right now, and it's going to turn more into the smoky look that we're going for. So I'm going to take this M441, and I'm just going to blend right in the crease. And as you can see this eye to this eye. We could cut this eye right now. It could be a warm little wedding cut crease, but move it into smoke show. I probably will have a smoky eye from my wedding, actually. Just love the way they look. And I'm going to do the same on this eye, adding that cool tone brown and that deep, deep, deep brown. But as you can see, it's very important for us to do those brown blends because there's some dimension here. It's not just like we added black and that's all we have on the eye. There's black, there's dark brown, there's a warm brown, there's cool brown, there's a whole bunch of stuff going on here. You already know what I'm about to do. Go back in with my lighter browns and just reblend and enforce those shades. And take my little medium brown, taking my first dark brown. Taking my light brown, you know. I'm going back to the beginning. I'm throwing it back to the beginning of the look. That's the thing about eyeshadow looks. You're going to keep using the same shades over and over again to, you know, reinforce what you're trying to do. I want it to look really clean at the top with the light brown. So I'm going to just, you know, add a little bit more of that because it seemed like it was getting a little bit lost, you know. And these decisions are at your discretion. Like if you say, oh no, I think it looks blended enough. Okay, go ahead. I can't tell you it's going to be 50 swipes. I can't tell you it's going to be 30 swipes because your swipes may be different than my swipes. So you kind of have to, you know, of course, when I'm saying, you know, reblend. But if you feel like, oh, I need some more blending. I need to pause the video and do some more blending. Then pause the video, do some more blending. Yeah. All right. This will have to do. So I'm going to take this BH Cosmetics brush. It looks like this. It is tapered. Something that's comparable. This is kind of comparable. This is a Morphe M321. I like this one a little bit more because as you can see, it's a little bit more flexible. This one's a little bit stiffer. So I'm going to use this brush right here. And I'm going to go into that black. Is this my favorite black eyeshadow? I don't know. Things like blacks and whites are like, they're formulated differently in different palettes. But we're going to use this black for purposes of today. I'm going to just blend a little bit. As I was talking, I saw on the outside, it's looking a little rough. See? Up to your discretion. I'm going to take this black and I'm going to go right in the corner. I mean, not the corner. I'm going to go right in the crease. Yeah. This look gives me Rottweiler vibes. I think it's the color scheme. Just gonna add a little bit of that black. Add it. You see there's a little bit of a disconnect. Don't worry, you already know what we're about to do. Blend. We're gonna take that dark brown and the cool brown that we had before in the M441 and we're just gonna blend that shade. Once you put the darker shade, go back in with the shade before and just reinforce it. Yeah. All right, we're basically, wow, that was quick. We're at the black part already. We're at the lid. So you're gonna take a flat brush. Let's see what flat brush I'm gonna be using today. I like to use designated brushes for the dark colors because I've been doing a lot of looks in between brush washes and it's easier if I know which ones are the ones for black. I'm gonna actually use a Anastasia Beverly Hills 18 brush that looks like this. Morphe also sells so many brushes like this. Craft store sells brushes like this. Just a flat brush, right? And I'm going to take that black and I'm going to add it to the lid. Just like that. Just like that. And I'm going to go a little bit into the crease because I'm going to end up blending right there anyway. And I want the eye to kind of go all the way up. This is not a cut crease, so I don't need to stay like right here on the lid. I can move up a little bit and, you know, kind of make it look more cohesive. Yeah, and you see when I close my eyes, there's a disconnect. It's like a light part, and then it looks like I just added black to my lid. That is why we are going to blend to a little bit of these dark browns here and a little bit of black. Just a tap of black, like a 3-to-1 ratio, like a tap, 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 6. I'm not counting. A tap, tap, tap of dark brown, and then a tap of black, right? I'm going to actually tap that off, tap that excess off, because I know there's a lot of taps. And we're going to just blend, blending, we're blending, we're blending, we're blending all where the lid is, we're blending where that disconnect is. Life is good. And actually, I don't think this is my favorite black. I think that using a different black will actually help here. So let's see. I'm going to go into this Sample Beauty palette, this black right here, just for maximum effect. Maximum effect. You can also add sparkles here. I like doing that sometimes. Like this has a sparkly black in the palette, but like you could also just add like some silver glitter and dilute it with a little bit of glitter glue. Like, no, dilute it, like meaning like if you just put the glue on, then the silver is going to be too much. But if you mix the glue and the silver together, kind of, or like a lip gloss or something like that, add a little sparkle right here. Great look for a party. All right, so we are going to add, you see the black is just different. You see the black is different. You see, look at his eye. The bearded his eye. I'm gonna add the black. I want to make sure I add it all the way down to my lash line, because when I put on lashes, I don't want to see anything except for black. And I'm not gonna put on liner. Yeah. So now I'm just going to blend all the old shades and just make sure that I'm happy with where the colors are blended, making sure that I'm happy with the gradient. I'm also going to wipe my hands off, like I said before. This right here, if you watch my videos, you've seen like how this messes up. What you're going to do, I'm going to take a little makeup wipe. You can actually just go to the bathroom and wash your hands with soap and water. But I'm just going to wipe my hands off, because when I do my base makeup in a little while, or when I touch my face, or when I do something, this black eyeshadows and red eyeshadows, let me tell you something. Those two, they go, look how dirty this makeup wipe is. So wipe your hands off, for real. Some things y'all just gotta trust me on. This is one of them. All right. So now I'm just going to go in and blend the shades out. So I'm going to take that dark brown. I'm going to go in with the lighter browns. And I'm just going to keep, you know, repeating those steps. I don't want at any point it to look like a harsh line. And I know y'all have been asking for this video since last year, since 2021. But I kept re-recording it. I recorded it 3 times, and no, this is my 3rd time, and I wasn't satisfied. I recorded with blue hair, I want to say. I recorded with purple hair, and I recorded it now in red hair. So if you follow me on Instagram or TikTok, or you even follow me on, you subscribe to me on YouTube, you already know how long of time that is. I kind of use my hair as a like a measure of time. And you see my under eye? You see? It's giving uncut gems. 1, 2. Like I told y'all, if I had concealer and all this stuff under my under eye, I would have been mad. Cause look at the amount of stuff we're about to. Ooh, I just pulled my nose ring out. It's okay. Look at all the stuff we're about to wipe off. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to wipe off my inner corner. I don't like the eyeshadow in the inner corner. I have my own plans for that. All right. To wipe off the eyeshadow in the inner corner. I don't really care about the waterline because I'm going to be doing a black waterline today. If you want to know more about the waterline and all of that, make sure you check out my last video, Eyeliner 101. because I got into it. Yeah. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do my base. I'm going to come right back. If you want to know about my base, go to my base tutorial video. I talk all about that, get real nitty gritty into all the details. But right now I'm going to put on my base and come back and do the waterline and the bottom, what's this called? Your lash line. So I'll see y'all in a little second. Alrighty, so we are back. The base is on. If you want to see the products that I use, either check the description box or go over to my Instagram. Whenever I post reels or pictures of my looks, I post a product list. So go check that out. I use a lot of different things on my face. But now we're going to jump into the waterline. If you haven't seen my eyeliner 101 video, go check that out. There's a lot of good information in there. I'm really proud of that. But we really talked about the waterline and colors of the waterline. I like doing black. I feel like black waterlines are very, very severe with a smoky look. We're obviously going severe. We're going to go full throttle. I don't have to do anything. You feel me? I've also done it with a white waterline, though, for a different type of smoky eye. Like this ain't smoky eye, but for a different feel. They're different. It's different vibes, you know, with the waterline color. With the black waterline, it's going to make the eyes more severe. The eye color is going to pop out. My eyes look super brown when I use a black waterline. And we're going to be taking the Makeup Forever Aqua Resist Color Pencil in Graphite. And usually I use a small craft brush, but since this tip is kind of sharp, I'm going to just use the pencil as it is. And once again, I go all into waterline in the last video, but I have to let y'all know why we're doing what we're doing, a cute little summary. All right, so I'm going to take the pencil and we're going to go right into the waterline. Once again, we're not sticking the pencil in our eye. We're not going vertically towards. We're going to go horizontal and go adjacent to the eye on the waterline, right? And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add the black here. You could also tight line if you're into that. This right here is your waterline. This up here is your tight line. I don't really get into tight lining too much. The eye's already black. I feel like it just it just goes. But we're going to do the same on the other eye. See the difference? My eyes are watering. They're not actually watering, don't worry. They're a little bit irritated. If you saw the red in my waterline, that's because I did a look before this. Alright, now we're going to go into the bottom lash line. So, the thing about my bottom lash line is, I really like to accentuate the lower lashes. I have short lower lashes. I don't have as many lower lashes as some. You know, God couldn't give me everything. It would be unfair to everybody else. So I'm going to use a light shade first. And I'm going to try to not do too much black on the lower lash line because I want those lashes to have a fair chance. Alright, so I'm going to take... where am I going to take today? I'm going to take this brush here with the ColourPop E24. It's a thicker like smudge brush. And I'm going to go into the light tan from before. And this is going to be the majority of my lower lash line. Because I need the lower lashes. And I feel the lower lashes really just like take a look up a notch. Like when I see somebody who has like popping lower lashes, I'm like, wow. Wow. I'm going to add that there. I'm also going to take the first building brush that we used today, and I'm going to do the same. And I'm going to also blend out a little bit of that edge right there. I'm just seeing it's a little bit rough. It's a little bit of an abrupt stop. Which, if you're going for that look, that's fine, but that wasn't my intention. Alright, I'm going to go into the medium brown now that we used before, which is, I think, called Buns. Called Buns. And I'm going to go right here. I think we're going to do a white inner corner today because I like white inner corners. And I feel like I'm doing white inner corner in like all my videos. Okay, like... that means it's really good. I'm going to take this dark brown here. You can take either this brown or this brown. It doesn't really matter. And I'm going to go right underneath where I put the black, right? You're right underneath. I'm not going too far down because yeah, I don't have that luxury. Yeah. I'm also going to do a white inner corner. So I have to get my favorite white for the inner corner, which is in the ColourPop Stone Cold Fox palette. And it is the sparkly white in here. It has like very little sparkle. Like you can't really tell it's sparkly, but I know. This shade right here called Dreamful. And I'm going to take my favorite brush for that, which is a ColourPop E28. And it has like a dome shape. And I'm going to just place and then blend. want to place, because white eyeshadows, I want to make sure it's opaque. I don't want to give tan. I don't want to give, you know, I want it to be look intentional. So we place, and then we're going to just blend it out a little bit. Blend it a little bit up into the black that we did, a little bit to the lower lash line. And I feel like this opens up the eye, especially with all the heaviness we have going on. Also, I just love white waterlines. I mean, not waterlines, inner corner. I actually saw Arnell do it first, and I was like, oh no, you just unlocked something. You just unlocked something. And I'm going to take that black and just blend a little bit. A little bit. Just so it looks like these things are done at the same time. It wasn't look like, oh, the black was here and the white was here. I want to make everything look blended, right? For my lower lashes, I'm going to be taking one of my... Okay. I'm going to be taking one of my new phase mascaras, which is the Benefit. They're a real mascara. For lower lashes, I'm just going to drag it across. I don't go like this with lower lashes. It doesn't give what you're looking for. Horizontally wiggle. Right? Shout out to my lipstick for moving around. That's not embarrassing at all. No, I love that. Congratulations, you did your smoky eye. Here is the look. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add my lashes, and we're going to take it to the outro and the intro. Fun fact, I filmed the intro after I filmed everything else. So if you're an upcoming YouTuber and you wondered about that, there's your answer for that. But yes, we're going to put on some lashes, and I'll be right back. Good job with the smoky eye though. All right, so we are all done. Here is the final look. Smoked out. Yes, indeed. If you enjoyed this video, you learned anything, make sure you give it a like and subscribe to see more videos like this. Let me know in the comments down below what you want to see next. It may be a tutorial, maybe you want to talk about influencer insiders, want me to talk about, I know y'all asked for a how to get on a PR list video, so that's probably next. But if you want to know any type of techniques, let me know down below. That helps me out a lot with my content, just because some things they just go over my head because I do them every day. But y'all let me know what y'all want to see. Follow me on Instagram to see more of my looks and more of my day-to-day, and to be part of these conversations that go into like what y'all want to know. Also follow me on Twitter and TikTok. On TikTok I do a lot of looks, but I also do a lot of lifestyle content now, which has been like a little plot twist with my bucket list and trying out new cuisines, new activities, and new things. So check me out on my other socials. They're all at Raggedyroyal. And yeah, make sure you subscribe, stick around. Also, notification. I never tell you to turn the notification bell on, but as I've been looking at my analytics, I should. So if you want to know when I post a new video, you know how algorithms go. Want to know when I post a new video, turn on the notification bell as well. And yeah, thank y'all for 33,000 subscribers. We're on the road to 100K, and we're growing. Alrighty, I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye-bye. Oh, I don't know what the last video is, but check out the last video. Definitely check out the eyeliner video, though, because, yeah, a lot of good stuff in there. Alright, bye.